Welcome to the front line, soldier. The next Warframe of the apocalypse is here. As War, I will be amid the factions in combat with each other. I will even lead in a push against the infestation. To represent War, I want to facilitate cross-faction combat. The mission types I felt best for this are invasions and crossfire. I'm not here to choose sides, so the war must go on. There are a few Warframes that could play this role, however one aggressively stood out, Valkyr. Yes, this is Valkyr's second appearance in one of my videos. Valkyr is named from the Norse Valkyrie, which choose those that live and die in battle. This, along with Valkyr's attributes and abilities, made her seem the ideal choice. I decided to arm myself with the most common soldier's weapons, both past and present. The one-handed longsword is possibly the most used armament throughout the history of war. With modern weaponry, the assault rifle now is the most prominent firearm. Why don't we look at how I put it together? I'll lead off my loadout with the Warframe itself. Valkyr already has some hefty armor, which surprisingly doesn't slow her down. I will build upon that durability and speed to make her an even more formidable skirmisher. I have modified her to increase power, strength, and duration at the cost of range. There are also mods here to increase energy, stamina, and recovery. Valkyr's appearance and abilities do well to help her into the role of War. The Soma Prime is the best assault rifle in my inventory. It has good stability and large magazine capacity, but it is a bit slow to reload. I modified it to boost fire rate, base damage, and critical hits. I had thought about a standard pistol like the Lex Prime, machine pistols like the Dex Furies, or even a launcher like the Colstar. It seemed that the Piranha automatic shotgun was the right secondary. I increased the rate of fire, base, and critical damage for the Piranha. I had originally had the heavy-bladed Galantine equipped as my melee weapon. Due to a developer rework of Valkyr recently, I've since changed that to the Dagger Prime. The Crimson Dervish stance actually triples the damage done in the first 3 strikes. I added mods for speed, higher slash damage, and more frequent critical strikes. The Helios Sentinel has the ability to scan enemies and detect their vulnerabilities. I found that quite fitting, as intelligence always has been an important part of war. The Deconstructor weapon for Helios throws pieces of Helios itself, doing corrosive, blast, and impact damage and status effects. So far, War has been the most fun, with lots of fast-paced action. My slash-heavy weapons made quick work of the infested and even fared decently against Corpus shields. Though powerful, I didn't find the Piranha quite as useful as I had hoped. Helios was quite active and sometimes would take out enemies before I could. Warcry would give quite a boost in melee attack speed and some extra armor. With the Eternal War augment, Warcry could be sustained for long periods of time. I particularly enjoyed stunning enemies with paralysis and then finishing them off with my blade. Becoming hysterical is great for trouncing enemies at close range while shrugging off incoming damage. I have, in fact, been regularly using this build for general gameplay, though I do have to admit that I'm a bit biased. My in-game stats show a clear preference for Valkyr as my most used Warframe. If you have a different take on War, please share. Tune in next time for my final Warframe of the apocalypse, Death.